You see, poverty thinkers only see a mess, and probability thinkers can only see a pretty picture, but possibility thinkers, they see eagles. Which one do your students require you to see?
I mentioned that we have been in this summit for 6 years, and we continue to do what we do because we love our work and how our summits are able to directly impact and inspire thousands of leaders and educators all around the world.
As a teacher, I possess tremendous power to make a child's life miserable or joyous. I can be a tool of torture or an instrument of inspiration. I can humiliate or humor. I can hurt or I can heal. In all situations, it's my response that decides whether a crisis will be escalated or de-escalated and a child humanized or dehumanized.
I want my students to stand on my shoulders. I want my students to solve the problems that I cannot yet solve. We need the next generation to solve problems that this generation cannot solve, and civilization faces a lot of serious problems.
That one of the most long-standing findings in educational research is that when learners understand the purpose behind what they are doing, learning goes way up. When you see this as important and valuable and worthwhile, when you strive to understand, when you strive to make meaning, you are able to learn so much more. But when you focus on merely completing the work, a lot of that learning is going to get lost.
This is the second time I've come. When I returned from my first one, I was so full of energy and enthusiasm with new ideas, and they had such an impact on what we did in our school. So really big ideas that really change direction and give leadership, and I wanted to renew that and bring more vigour and vitality back to our cluster of schools.
It's been great so far to be able to listen to some amazing speakers from around the world. No, it's a fantastic opportunity to have lots of world-class speakers, and I would encourage anyone to come.
More people to attend this conference in the future. And also like to thank you for organizing this wonderful conference. This is very, effective, well organized, and I'm looking forward to the next conference.
They live someplace else. And to do something that's really new and innovative with kids, you have to involve the parents in some way. There is a larger system beyond what you can see immediately.
And we can foster critical thinking in schools really if we focus on three things. And again, it's those dispositions, the dispositions to choose to think, the skills to think effectively, and then giving students the opportunities to use these skills.
Even our best ideas you take away from this or any other conference can be defeated by the law of initiative fatigue. We must focus on a few things We've got to monitor adults. Stop this incessant monitoring of children alone. Think of how despairing you would be if all you looked at was weight without knowing about the causes of weight loss. We ought to do the same thing when it comes to student achievement. And best practices don't mean anything if we're not willing to be candid with one another about worst practices.
It's been very inspirational, the speakers have been great, and I would highly encourage your organisation to send your colleagues to come here and learn about being great leaders of future schools.
This is my second summit. I attended one last year, and I found it very educational and entertaining, and the things that they do was very, very useful for me, and I got to use them at work. Would love to come for next year's summit too, because 2 years in a row and I've not been disappointed, so why not next year?